declared this an unlawful assembly.
Oh.
You need to please remarch on the sidewalk and go left down on Broadway, west on Broadway.
It is not an unlawful assembly.
Hey, come on this way.
Please remarch to the sidewalk.
It is not an unlawful assembly, regardless of what they want to say. It's just their bullshit excuse to, to start going after protesters. As you see now, some of them are already armed with pepper ball guns and other weapons. At the end of the day, this is just more LMPD bullshit. Exactly, unlawful.
They've been marching through the streets for a few minutes now. We're going to see if he's got ads, but let's go to Riot Heart. He's one of my faves. Nope. Advertising. You know what you need to do if you're supporting. Oh. Sorry, my apologies. What I was saying is that, if you're doing your Black Lives Matter thing, you gotta have ads.
Nope.
You gotta make that sweet ad.
They're not going to. I guarantee you, what they want to do is they want to try.
Why is my mic being
they
so
want
fucked up today? All right.
They want to corral. They want to kettle. The protesters. Like that's exactly what they're.
Unlawful assembly.
What they're. What they're trying.
But it's not unlawful assembly if we march west somehow. So it's unlawful unless we march west, according to LMPD.
No, we're gonna take off our comments. We're just gonna use theirs for a while.
Yes.
This is fun to read some of their comments.
Disobedience for a reason. Not sure if you're aware, but obedience is the root word for obey. It comes from obedience. It's the same word. So civil disobedience means that we're not going to obey. So I'm glad that you picked up on that and you pointed out for everyone else so that they would be aware that we're not obeying. Thank you very much.
All right, so they did turn around and go west now. So we are heading now away from where the police were.
LMPD made it very apparent, made it very clear that they were going to block. They were going to block. They were going to block everybody from moving that way.
Walking home last night through busy streets.
LMPD is full of shit, though. Calling this an unlawful assembly. It's bullshit.
Sorry, can I play the just because it's been stuck in my head for like a week now. And I just want to hear it. I just want to listen to Hit Me With Your Car while we walk around with the cars. Can I have that? God, I love value select so much. Nope. No more value select right now. We'll come back, lady. I gotta poop now. All right, we'll listen to what Riot Heart has to say.
Well, you've got several mistakes there, Morrison. Breonna Taylor was committing 0 crimes whenever she was shot dead in her own apartment. She was, in fact, not associated with any of the crimes that her ex-boyfriend was committing. It's not even her current boyfriend, whenever she died, that was suspected of the crimes. It was her ex-boyfriend, who she no longer associated with. So they broke in and they shot him dead, or shot her dead, for no reason whatsoever. If sleeping in your apartment and losing your life is a dumbass motherfucker move, then I guess I'm a dumbass motherfucker. Because you're right, Adam. Breonna Taylor's family does not support BLM, the organization. The organization. I've already explained the differences, so you're just going to have to try to keep up. But Breonna Taylor's mother and her aunt were at the square today. I posted pictures earlier, actually, so you can go and check those out if you want. They do, in fact, support the movement here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Walking home last night.
All right, now let's listen to Hit Me With Your Car, but live. How about that? We haven't done that yet. More value select.
And this next song, I'd like to dedicate to all y'all out there with student debt. The official anthem of San Francisco. It's called Hit Me With Your Car.
Walking home last night through busy streets. Can't handle the heat of the vicinity. To my surprise, a car comes rushing by. I stop to think, if only it had hit me. Hit me with your car. Hit me with your car. Hit me with your car so I can collect disability checks. Ooh, step in how I like. Maybe buy a new life. Girl, you'd be my shining star if you'd fucking break my leg with your motherfucking car. Oh, and the city lights They burn my eyes. They're making me feel like I don't want to be alive. Oh wait, I do. I'll try something new. Hop in front of a bus and get motherfucking money. Hit me with your car. Hit me with your car. Hit me with your car so I can collect disability checks. Spending how I eat life. Maybe buy a new life. Girl, you'd be my shining star if you'd fucking break my leg with your motherfucking car. That's real. Now that's real. You didn't think you'd see something like this tonight. I can guarantee that. Hit me with your car! Hit me with your car! Hit me with your car so I can collect disability tax. Spending how I like. Maybe buy a new life. Girl, you'd be my shining star if you fucking break my leg with your motherfucking car.
God damn, I love that song. That is just genius. Hit me with your fucking car, Kristen. All right, let's see how they're doing. How are the kids doing? They found the police again. I guess we'll try this one because he's having some issues. We'll probably have to watch another commercial though. So.
And here, they are doing far more to block the roads, to disrupt traffic and everything than any of them have been. Like,
hit me with your car. Oh, man. Oh. I realized what happened. Not everyone, Kristen, the other channel, the BLM show, had gone back to being back in good standing, so I could do streams again. So I thought we made a video that we were going back to just the regular BLM show channel, but then now of course that channel's back in bad standing. So I'm working on a presentation about that I'm going to do, I think, tomorrow. But this is you got to realize this is the not Bono Show channel, and I was on the Bono Show channel. But see, the Bono Show channel right now is banned, so we're not Bono Show. All right, let's see how this turns out.
every single one of you, including your little live streamer over there, are a colossal waste of taxpayer dollars. And you should be ashamed to be part of it.
Yeah, funny how LMPD shows up with SRT and then.
And you should be ashamed to be part of it.
Yeah, funny how LMPD shows up with
There was
SRT.
4 murders yesterday. There was 4 murders yesterday. And this is how y'all come out on us. It don't make no sense.
Imagine if you were actually doing your job in protecting the city and not actually wasting valuable resources on this bullshit. The person you hear yelling, that's an individual that was arrested the other day.
In y'all community, and this is how you come out on us. Peaceful protesters. Y'all pathetic. Let's ride out, y'all. They're not talking to us right now. But the non-verbal communication. The non-verbal communication. They're taking us. I get all that. Let's get an action talk. Let's go. Hey, we ain't gotta be scared of that. We ain't gotta be scared of that.
Oh yeah, the comment section of the LMPD chat is an absolute cesspool.
Hello, Captain. Happy Friday to you as well, good sir. Happy Friday to all of you. Happy day and good tidings and friendship to every one of my faithful viewers and lovers.
And they're actually bringing in more. They're bringing in more. Or they're getting ready to move them down that way because I think they're trying to, again, they want to try to control how the protesters flow. Maxwell. It's an absolute travesty how much of our tax dollars they're wasting. And the fact that they're wasting also resources that could literally be used to solve real crimes like the crazy homicide rate, we have in this city right now. And I don't know the number, but I mean, there are just hundreds, if not thousands, of unsolved homicides that they could actually be trying to address.
5G phone. I've had so many more connectivity issues. 5G, 4 bars.
Well, 5G also also has a shorter range. So the further you are away from a tower that's shooting out 5G, your signal is going to drop off faster. So you could have. Well, I mean, it could, but different phones, right? Different technology, it's like, it just depends on. Yeah, they just left us. They said, peace. I didn't tell you. I'm a cell tower. Yeah. As soon as I get my next COVID shot, like I'm gonna, it's gonna boost the signal that I can put out. Wouldn't it though?
5G chips, right?
Yep. Is it fake? No, it's not fake. Or is it? No. Wait, yeah, you're right. I think that is. Yeah, it is fake. Yeah.
I fight on that shit. I play football on that shit.
What did the bribery charge supposedly stem from? Well, I know what it is, but like, what? How did he? I'm asking, how did? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, this is the last. Yes, the route that we're absolutely sticking to. The planned route, yes. Buck 12.
Buck 12.
Buck 12.
I ain't worried about that shit. I drink that shit days and nights. I want him to have a good time because he's out here saying fuck 12. That's right. Because I'm going to get another one.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Whoa. Whoa. Booby trap.
Oh,
Booby.
caught it.
Shit, I'm in a bear trap. I'm in a bear trap. Shit, it's stuck on the back of my heel. There we go. Booby traps, y'all. LMPD setting booby traps out here now. That's absolutely what that was.
Free Matthew Bell.
Yeah, free Matthew. They keep trying to catch me. Alright, let's see if we can get caught back up with the main group. Shape, y'all. chug that Gatorade. Thank you. Do have water, but I want the Gatorade. Sorry, the sports drink. The unnamed sports drink. Whoa, fireworks! All right, that's the signal, y'all. You know what to do. Hey, Graham.
I also missed the tear gas and protest.
I did. I saw some of your stuff.
But here we are. How's everyone doing? Please, if you can, give the stream a thumbs up. A quick share helps.
Twitch right now, since I'm still on Facebook.
Anything is nice these days in terms of viewer engagement, but happy that you guys are here.
Got a few more days left of that.
For another Friday night. We'll see how long this one goes. Deemed an unlawful assembly here in
How you doing, Chris? Good.
Louisville, Kentucky. This comes after a protest with Breonna Taylor's family earlier, and more tension and renewed of just, we need to arrest the cops. So a lot of good stuff. How's everyone out there doing?
Until midnight, Monday morning. Only got a couple of days to get your opinion in. If I had a recommendation, personal recommendation from me, it would be to divest in the police department and invest in social services. If we have
Okay, so there's a vote coming up on the police, and that's what they're
time,
starting
and then we
to
don't
get
have to
into.
have reactive police forces.
Yeah, I saw that the Louisville police is going live, but their stream isn't really that good, and it's too infrequent. Plus, with these guys, there's a little bit more engagement where everyone thinks this is they get more mad at listening to these people. Nice and yawny right now. Had an interesting afternoon. Been a weird couple of days since the wow. There's a lot of, is this being shown up on the stream? That is a lot of roughness in one lady. That's a interesting television or TV shirt. A nice, interesting crop top. That's that is something. That's a nice crop top. Nice tattoo. I like the tattoo. And of course, the titties that don't go out further than the gut. That's always a nice look. The no bra titty smaller than the gut. Oh Jesus! All right, we'll go back to listening.
Super spreader doesn't work anymore. That doesn't degrade in any capacity. We're allowed to do this now. We ain't even gonna block in there. You're right. Got an ambulance coming through. Had an organizer like, hey, let's make a route in case they gotta come this way. Hey, look at that. Didn't have to slow down whatsoever. Was allowed to go straight through. Almost like we're organized. Go figure.
My theory is that half the time that they send an ambulance through there, and just to see what the crowd will do, and that there's not actually an ambulance in emergency, but they just want to do a couple drive-bys and make sure that the crowd will at least disperse before deciding what the next action is. So, I mean, it's a lie. I mean, well, I can't say about here. And now that I'm trying to remember, it was either New York City or Washington, D.C. There was someone trying to get through with an ambulance, and the crowd wouldn't let them through. I don't think it was Louisville, though, but it could have been.
No, you can't have it. You can't have it. She's moving. Oh, well, I guess he's gonna go this way. Okay, she was saying that let the truck through because it has kids.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's going that way. You just so happen to start walking up. It's like,
Yeah, I was
it's
like,
like perfect timing.
I'm moving on my shit. So I go get a picture of my fucking gimbal done.
Are they ending tonight?
Adam, I don't know if you noticed, but we let that ambulance through, no problem. Didn't even have to slow down. That's what we've been doing since day one. Emergency responders are allowed to get through whenever we were marching. Fire trucks, ambulances. There's even been times that I've seen single. There's even been times that single LMPD officers were rolling through, clearly responding to something that wasn't the protesters, and the march parted and allowed that single police car to go and respond to what it actually needed to respond to.
What's crazy is the lack of awareness and just like, well, we let that cop go so that he could actually go do what he's supposed to do. But you guys talk about how most of these incidents aren't things that police should be going to. Like, how would they feel if they would have known that one cop car was being ordered to go to a McDonald's where a mother was trying to get her child a Happy McNuggets meal, and her card was declined, and she was crying, and they asked her to be removed. And then that lone officer ran into the McDonald's and said, "I hate black people," and started shooting. They contributed to that woman's death by letting that cop go through. I don't know. There's just, it seems like a lot of mental gymnastics and a lot of effort to be here. When you even yourself just said, we let the cops go through so that they could do the job they need to do. I don't know. Maybe there just needs to be less incidents. Ooh, absolutely indubitable. Antifa. Tonight is the night gun or knife, batter, rock, rob, steal, kill, and pillage. Republicans get away with it. Get paid. Can you please tell me more? And do you know of anyone who will be streaming this? Because I want that content. Also, like Like, I'm not an Antifa person, but I'm also not a Republican. Can I join the squad? Is it too late? Because I would love to start robbing people. But, like, if we're going to do a purge, I need to know about it now so that I don't eat too heavy of a dinner. Like, I don't want to load up on carbs. Like, I might make up, like, a nice, like, I got some chicken breasts. Or might even do, like, I got, like, the panko fish thing. I might do something lighter like that than maybe get pasta or something. But I need to know, are we pillaging? Is there official plan? Like, seriously, I'm fine with this. Like, I'm not trying to, like, shit on your guys' idea. Like, I'm now on Twitter right now looking for, like, backup on this. Is there an official meeting? Let's see. This Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. See, I'm not seeing it. Oh, hold on. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not seeing any official Antifa violence calls tonight. I'm not seeing anything. I need more information about those Antifa murder sprees we're going on. The world is yours. Seize it. Get it paid immediately. See, this is the plan. Like, I need more information. You're just saying seize it. But, like, seriously, do we have an organized plan? Because I'm not going to go out and do it alone. I'm not a leader. I'm a follower. I don't want to be the first one to break the window. I don't even want, like, I'll take 2 shoes. You get what I mean? I'll take 2 pairs of shoes. I'll take 1 watch. Like, I don't need the whole store. I'm fine with sharing. Socialism, it's fine. I just need to know, where is the meeting spot? Absolutely. Mr. Antifa, where do I meet you to start doing this? Thank you, Captain Happy. We need structure in our shenanigans. If you're going to come in here and Fed post, we might just go all the way. How do you feel about Jansen Beach? There's lots of stores. There's Best Buy, there's Target, there's a Ross, there's all sorts of outlet stores. There's a couple more electronic stores, video only. Is Jansen Beach work for you? Or are you more of a Lloyd Center man? I'm talking for Portland chapter of Antifa. Do we hit up Clackamas Town Center? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's dead. I haven't been there in years since I worked at the... Well, I'm not going to say where I worked at the mall. I've already said too much. Tell me, what do we do? How do I join? Once again, I don't care about your political ideology. I just want the free stuff. I'm willing to break laws to get the free stuff, but I need to know specific. I need a little bit more. Guys, I'm starting to believe that this person doesn't actually have a plan, and that most likely tonight's going to end. I would say if I had to bet my life on it, I'm guessing that tonight's not the night that Antifa and this guy, carry out their own form of the purge. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling that's going to be the case. Moving on. You can't stop the revolution.
Are you saying that 16 shootings were due to protesters? Protesters? They did all 16 of those shootings? Is that what you're trying to claim? Griffin, your question makes no sense. You want to rephrase it? I don't believe you. No. To say that New York City has no policing. You know what, Hank? We're just done here. We're done here. I grow tired of your ignorance. Because I'm not going to unite with racist people, Griffin. I just told you that. There's no platform for racism. There's no platform for fascism. There's no platform for Nazis. I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. I'm not going to side with racists. I'm not going to unite with racists.
Hold on, I'm gonna start commenting in his. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start commenting in his thing, and I'm gonna comment very nice little things about the protesters. But I'm going to see if you guys can end up figuring out who I am in his chat.
You'll probably see a lot that were impacted by the protests.
Oh my God.
The United States are allowed to be comfortable in your ignorance. Griffin, what is the big switch?
Bro, what's going on with this fucking thing? Let's see if my name pops up. Where's my comment? Ah, there's my comment.
65 days later.
This is one very amazing solidarity. I wish we had this support for Israel. Oh. Hey, you know what? I don't know who this Carl Goldenberg Silverstein is, but he seems like an all right guy.
Yes, I love the gas prices, Griffin. I love them. They're great. They're the best. I am interested to see how you're going to try to tie that into the protests, though. Yo, Carl. Carl, if you come to Louisville, you organize a march where Jewish people are standing up for themselves, and I would be happy to come and live stream it, sir. When that happens in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'll be there.
Well, that's very nice of you, Riot Heart. I would love to come to Louisville and do a very organic Jewish protest. Nothing with the blacks, just Jews. Breonna Taylor was in fact not a drug dealer, and you are incorrect. Nice try, though. I feel like I'm going to add another very unfortunate comment in here. Carl Goldenstein and Stein and Silversbergen. Wait for it. Wait. Carl Goldenberg and Silverstein. Sonny, how very rude. Not all people are drug dealers. Many of them play professional basketball, and some even have musical careers. My father owns a very large record label.
question. What are you doing about Chicago, sir? What are you doing to better your community in any capacity, even? Well, hey, it's beyond my control as well, Hank. Thanks for understanding. But making positive change here in Louisville, Kentucky is not outside my control. So, here we are. Yes, that is right. We are in Louisville, Kentucky on the 365th day of consecutive protest. Man, Incel Army's such a cool dude. Look at him. See, this is the type of shit that we have to deal with on a regular basis in the United States. And then people have the fucking goal to say that racism doesn't exist anymore.
Is he going back to read his chat? Oh, he's going back to block him. Okay. Understand, Hank, we need to change the violence of the police. Not the violence of the culture. You can't change your culture, but you can change your job.
Again, beautiful Friday night. Individuals have nothing better to do than to come in here and type the N-word over and over again. Racism doesn't exist. So much shit you could be doing with your Friday, bud, and you choose to be here, getting yourself all upset and heated, your blood pressure up. I bet your doctor wouldn't recommend that.
Wait, is Captain? Why is? I like how Captain Happy's also in the chat too.
Oh, they're angry. They just ran a red light, too.
Gosh, Carl Goldenberg and Silverstein. What a name. How is that even loud?
in Louisville as soon as you plan one. Thank you, sir. You do have that ability. I believe in you. All you gotta do is you gotta call your city representatives and you gotta get a little permit if that's the route you want to take. We don't typically, but yeah, just call up Louisville Metro and be like, yeah, I need a permit for a march for Jewish people. And then once you got it and you got it organized, put up an event, send me a press release. I'll be there, bud. Yes, we are disturbing the peace. Civil disobedience at its finest. This is the most ancient protest tactic.
Carl is not genuine. I suspect.
Can deal with it. Hey, SLR is back. Look at him. He's racist and doesn't get laid.
No, live stream interrupted? No, what? No, come on. Uh-oh. Whoopsie daisies. It appears we've gone down. As they say in the movies, down, down in an earlier round. Sugar was going down swinging. Alright, here's a different street. All right, I'll be back. What do we do, Captain? We did something. We sent him away. Listen. You're the first trying to understand it. So this looks like a nice little entertainment district of Louisville. Like a mall.
group that I decided to follow. So you kind of got things split in two right now. As this group goes through 4th Street Live and the other group makes its way kind of around. There's the other rest of the group.
Thank you.
See some of them, I think.
Hit me with your car. Oh, you better. Hi, Insult Army. Oh, Jesus. What a life we live.
Oh no, they're still down the street.
I like that. My favorite part, besides just the spamming of spamming of a specific word, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed them not enjoying Carl Goldenberg and Silverstein. A hell of a tactic we got. All right, let's check in. So Pasadena and Milwaukee. Looks like Riot Heart's back alive. I'm gonna stay off of his channel for a bit though. Come back. Oh, there we go. We're back. Walking home last night through busy streets when a car was by. To my surprise, a car comes crashing in. Yes. Here we go. I like that car. I like that car just going, you know what? You know what? Turning around here.
Yes, you do. We all had everything to do with the situation.
Put your fist up.
Quit being righteous and put your fist up. Quit being righteous and put your fist up.
Just back up, lady. Just back up, lady. Just back up, lady. Uh-oh. Now it's a setup.
Going back to the square, y'all.
Well, hey, lady. Now you got your wish. You could go.
She hasn't moved.
You could have gone now, you stupid bitch.
She was, yeah, exactly. She's still sitting here. She took forever to leave. Good luck with your protest. I mean, that's the nicest. That's actually maybe the nicest. Some of that Kentucky charm, right? No, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She said that instead of, yeah, exactly, telling us to fuck off. So, that woman got agitated that she couldn't get through. And, there, was a little bit of scene there. Nothing much. Just, back and forth or whatever. I'm trying to go, and then she's, was like, I don't know. What is this all about? I have nothing to do with your situation. It's like, well, no, actually, we all have something to do with this whole situation our country is in. And then, once everybody cleared, she sat there for a while. She said that she was in a big hurry, but yeah, she didn't leave very quickly. keep it protected, especially if we have rain and stuff tonight. Which I don't think is gonna happen.
You think they're Evansville people?
Mama, can't you see what the system's done to me? Locked us up, they put us down. Ain't no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town. Papa, don't you cry. Memorial wasn't quite here. Wasn't here a year ago. Memorial, I think, started. I don't know exactly when it started. I want to say it started the next day. I'm not entirely certain though, but the memorial was not here on day one. On day one,
I know.
a year ago to this moment,
It's also been kind of
I was
lagging
out
though.
here trying to dodge tear gas canisters.
And he's also got
pepper
commercials.
balls. LMPD and LMDC and riot gear were all over the place here. People were trying to use like picnic tables and stuff for cover that were out here. It was surreal. I got shot myself with pepper balls. I took at least 5 bouts of tear gas that night for the first time. Yeah, man. It's
I know, I'm just lazy right now.
crazy.
It's also, like I said, it's the video quality right now. It's also worse because he keeps lagging.
Free to be a dumbass as long as being a dumbass does not include.
See, he keeps lagging.
Hey, Intel Army's back. Come on, get your account banned before it's all said and done, bud. We'll have to make another one and come in and troll. Oh man, you're so good at it. Memorial was already cleaned up. When it started to rain earlier and the march started, we went ahead and cleaned up the square, picked up all the trash, picked up the tables, picked up the canopies, because we take care of our community. Then we went out on our march. It definitely is toxic, but unfortunately, you have to remind individuals that people like this still exist in the world. Like, Incel Army. So, you know, modding helps, but if you don't leave a little bit in, then you forget that this shit's real. But fuck Incel Army all the way. Got a YouTube account like to come in and just repeatedly type out the N-word. Your answers over and over and over.
Pretty 14-year-old kid. Like, you know, we're not playing Halo 2 anymore. Like, you can let that shit go.
Edgelords. Oh, wait. Not only is he racist, but he doesn't get laid. It makes absolute sense that he would be pro-Israel. BLM and buy big mansions is not, that's not the right acronym. You got that wrong, gutter slut. You're not even smart enough to insult correctly. Carl, Incel Army's not a good guy, so... Guys, did y'all ever hear fuck the police? I think I heard it once or twice.
Oh, Carl Goldenberger Silverstein.
Yo! This dude's account is the N-word over and over, so fucking YouTube doesn't give a fuck.
I'm telling you, dude, YouTube comments like the workplace moron.
bitch and a half. Oh shit, I didn't realize the chat was up this whole time. I forgot that I tried that setting for the first time. So all y'all have been seeing all this shit.
I heard you got a new man, I see you taking the pic. Then you post it up, thinking that it's making me sick. But I see you calling, I be making it quick. I'ma answer that shit like I don't fuck with you. Bitch, I got no feelings to go. I swear I had it up to here, I got no feelings to go. I mean for real, fuck how you feel. Fuck your 2 cents if it ain't going towards the bill. Yeah, and every day I wake up celebrating shit. Why? Cause I just dodged a bullet from a crazy bitch. I stuck to my guns, that's what made me rich. That's what put me on, that's what got me here. That's what made me this. And everything that I do is my first name. These hoes chase bread. Aw damn, she got a bird brain. Ain't nothing but trilling me. Aw man, silly me. I just bought a crib, 3 stories, that bitch a trilogy. And you know I'm rolling, we just fucking up the ozone. I got a bitch that text me, she ain't got no clothes on. And then another.
Sorry guys, we're working through it. Keep it coming, keep it coming.
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I got a million trillion things I'd rather fucking do than to be fucking with you. Little stupid ass, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do.
Got a million things on my mind, executive deals online, limited amount of time, chasing these dollar signs, and you ain't on your grind. Liable to find me up in the MGM casino in the deep. Fucking up fatty, I could have put on property. From the bay to the murder myth, my niggas put murder mission. She choosing, that's her decision. Free my niggas in prison. On the phone with a bitch who can't do shit for a pimp, but make a nigga hella rich. Got a blunt and my dental, going here in a rental, on my way, Sacramento, late night, Arsenio. I'm never sentimental, go hard or go homeless. Really hardly I'm chromeless. You might end up domeless. I bet that she into me. Her cheddar she giving me. Bitch stand outside forever like the Statue of Liberty. Just in Pimp C, underground king of the South. I raise my styrofoam up and pour some drink in my mouth. Why you always coming around with bad news? Say you want me to win, but hope I lose. Asking if I rock with other niggas in the crew, but them niggas cool. It's just that bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
Now he arrived. Wait, what? I'm confused. MFTW, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us sing you some songs. Baker, how's it going?
Hi, MFTW. Thank you so much for the raid.
Yes, we ended the DJ stream a little bit early today, MFTW. But we're here.
All right, sorry. I thought I was talking the entire time. I got a bit of a headache. I'm going to go take a little bit of like a 30-minute, 45-minute nap. And I'm just going to leave this running with the streams going. And I'll be right back, and we'll be... hopefully this continues all night, because I'm still in the process of working on my MLW wrestling expose, where I'm going to expose millionaires and the grandson of a former Canadian prime minister, all being exposed as pedophile accessories. Ain't that right? But for now, I'm just going to drink a glass of water, take an aspirin, take a little bit of a nap, maybe open up a window, get some fresh air in this apartment, and then smoke a little weed, come back, and I'm being told that there's protests scheduled for Portland tonight, and maybe we'll get even some content out of Portland. But so yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit.
You're good, bro. Go, burn. You're good, you're good. Set them off. Alright guys, make sure you share the stream out. This is day 365 for the People's Revolution. This is their midnight march. Make sure you guys throw some hearts up for the stream. Be sure to check out the pinned comment there. Those links help us stay out here, pay for open records, file lawsuits.
Firecracker.
There's a different sound.
There's different sounds.
Yeah. If you see me running towards some weird sounds, those are real gunshots.
Okay.
Then you gotta be like, Kevin, no!
Forget that story.
Right.
Okay, yeah. If I see you running toward that unknown sound or like a twisted little sound, I'm run the other way. Maybe I'll throw myself in front, you know. Find one of these. Oh, you got a best.
Yeah. Definitely tonight, for sure.
Introducing the good nature of banks. It's your grand sugar.
we are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For those of you that are asking, the exact location I don't give out, so you'll have to figure out landmarks. up, Sharon? Welcome, welcome. Shout out to Kentucky. Yeah, Shay, I don't give out streets just because of safety. So if you're trying to join the march, then you're going to have to message somebody that you know. Otherwise, you know, pay attention to landmarks. Is mine glowing? Breonna put it out. She's like, here, let me light you up. And I'm like, no. I'm trying to stay like incognito.
To come tonight to be in support of the family. For those of you that haven't heard, my husband was shot and killed by the Pico Sheriff Station on October 6th of 2019. It happened on our driveway. It happened in front of me, in front of our two older daughters. In front of our two older daughters, his mom, his dad, and his brother. He was having a schizophrenic episode, and he actually called the cops himself for help because he believed that we were in danger. The first responding team came, and we were being very specific and saying we need the PET team to come, we need a psychiatric evaluation. They came, and the clinician, I haven't really spoken on this part, the clinician that showed up didn't really take the time to talk to Marco. She was more so talking to me. She was making very light of the situation and said there's nothing wrong, he's fine. He doesn't look like he's a harm to himself or to anyone else. And they left. They told us, just let him sleep it off, he's fine. We didn't want to leave him because of the condition he was in. I'm not a professional. I knew that he was in a crisis. I didn't want to leave him alone. Within 20 minutes of the first responding team leaving, a second team came, and within seconds they shot and killed him. I know recently we had to wait. It was about a year and 7 months, and we just got the names of the officers. And I thought that I would feel a little different. I don't really feel like much has changed because there's no faces to the names. Like, we Googled, of course, as soon as we got the information, we're trying to see what we can find. And because everything happened so quick, none of us that witnessed it, it was so dark when it happened, I don't remember any of the faces. I don't remember anything. So I kind of just feel like they gave us a little to try to shut us up. And what I told my family, we took a year to not speak, and I think partially because we were in shock, and I'm speaking for myself. It took George Floyd. I feel so connected to George Floyd and what happened to him because it took him dying for me to want to move. I remember like there was a big old uproar right when he passed away. And that was the first time I looked at my kids and I said, we got to get out there and we got to start talking because this is not okay. So that's when we attended our first rally, and we're in Whittier, and I don't know if most of you are familiar, but it's majority Hispanic, but the east side of Whittier is very conservative. And so that's where we did our first protest, and we were not welcomed. It was very clear we were not welcome there, but we continued anyway. And then after that, me and my oldest daughter started making Marco's page, and we started getting connected to people. Then we met Laura, and then we attended the Say Their Names, and since then it's taken off. And you know, I just really want to emphasize the support that you guys give, you guys showing up for those of you that haven't been impacted. I'm talking about not the impacted families, but just the supporters that show up. If I could thank you 1,000,000 times, because I don't know if you guys are aware or if you guys are even thanked enough. I don't think there's ever enough thank yous that I'd be able to say. The fact that you guys show up and stand side by side with us because you weren't affected. I want you guys to know that that gives us the strength to keep going, because I can't tell you that it's always been easy for me. I can't tell you that I haven't sat back and thought, am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should just shy away. Maybe I should just quit. I've had close family question what I'm doing, if it's helping his case. I've had friends turn their backs on me. It's been a very lonely journey, but I'm very grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to the people that I've met. I'm grateful to the families that I've met. I'm sorry that we've had to meet this way, but I am very grateful for the connections. It's very supportive. And thank you guys, you know, and that's it. Sorry, I went on and on, but thank you.
Say his name! Marco Vasquez Jr. Say his name! Marco Vasquez Jr. Say his name! Marco Vasquez Jr. Letty, did you want to say something? No? Okay.
No. Just love you guys. Thank you for the support.
Love you! We love you! We'd like to now bring up the family of David Ortaz Jr. Say his name! David Ortaz Jr. Say his name! David Ortaz Jr.
You know, like they've said before, it takes you being impacted by this to be here. But all of you who are here and have not been impacted, that is what means a lot to all of us. My brother was killed and executed in front of our home March 14 by LASD, and my parents, myself, my siblings, our children were there present when that happened, and they did not care. It didn't matter to them. As soon as they got there, their weapons were at hand. They were ready for what? For that. When I called, I said I needed help. Help so he wouldn't take his life, not so they could come and take it. This is just so hard for the entire family. I feel like they just came and messed everything up. They messed us up so badly. Everybody, the entire family. You know how Christy said that, you know, you have family members, even family members who question, why are you doing all of this? You know, why have to talk about it? Why have to bring it up all over again? You know why? Because I was ignorant. I called the police thinking they were going to help me. I was in my own bubble. I didn't even know what was going on I didn't know about the bandidos. Do you know that? That's how stupid I was at that time. So close-minded that I was. I called them to come and help, and I'm sure that we have more people in East LA that respect them because they're authority, because we were brought up that way, that are going to call them again because we've seen it, because it keeps happening again and again. I want to let them know not to do that. But I also ask for your help. Anybody who could reach out to me and let me know numbers, places that we could call, that we could let our community know who to contact when they're in these situations. Because especially right now with COVID, so many people have gone through this, are going through this. We're going through this mental health now, where everybody is in need at one time or another. I want help for that, and I ask all of you for that. It is so hard. So on these family that we're here, that you're not alone, that it's unfortunate that we have to meet under these circumstances, but you know what? Black or brown, Asian, we're all here together. We're going through the same thing, and I could only imagine how your heart is so broken to lose your brother. That's the same heartbrokenness that I have. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
And I'm sorry for your loss as well, because we should not have to be losing family members like this. My brother wasn't even from California. He was literally like visiting. He wasn't even sure he wanted to stay. So I told my children from this day forward, I want to fight for other families like mine. Other families like mine.
Come on. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want, because it's not going to end here.
And I feel like even if it's not your family or someone that you know, you have to fight for us, for your neighbor, for your sister's son, whoever. Because think about all the people that come to America who aren't citizens, right? They're here undocumented and they're trying to make a better life. And when they lose someone, there is no one for them to talk to. You think you're supposed to call 911, but they're not there to help you. We have to help other families like ours, our children, our children's children, because if we don't stop this now, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. There's colorism, there's racism, there's people who like make fun of you because of like what is it called, social status, like how much money you make and what kind of house you live in. Children get bullied for that kind of stuff, and then they take their own lives. We have to save our children. My daughter tried to kill herself because she wanted to be with her uncle. Do you know how like heartbreaking that is for like your elementary school student to be hurting and to not know that they're hurting the way that they're hurting? I had to put her in a mental hospital so she can get the care that she needed that I couldn't give her. All because she lost her uncle, the closest thing to her. And I don't have any family out here. He was my only family here. And I'm alone. If it wasn't for all of you, like, I would be out here fighting by myself and no one would even know. We need your help. And I know how hard it is for you to drive wherever you have to drive, Long Beach, like Montebello, El Monte, wherever you have to drive, but show up for people, not just us, anybody. They need your help because we can't do it by ourselves.
I think, where'd he go? He went into the car. I'm gonna cry. Dad, you want to say something?
My dad died, so all of you, I is gonna have to help all of us so we don't bottle the cops, and the cops doesn't kill us no more, so we have to fight for them.
That's right.
Are like bad, evil, not safe for us. We can't let them defeat us.
Thank you. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. I did want to just make an announcement real quick. We did make these zines as part of We Rise, Mental Health Awareness Month. We actually got kind of kicked out because we did not. We got the money. We got the money, but we got kicked out because we were not going to step away from saying what really happens with the police.
I got 2 more.
So please take one and let me just tell you what they are. The first one is Alternatives to 911. Okay. So it's a comprehensive list. We've scrubbed them all. Unfortunately, and this goes to the big problem, unfortunately they will all eventually call 911. So you have to be very clear not to call 911 when you're speaking with them. But please, come and grab one. There are tons of resources here. The second one... Sure? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So we made an exhaustive list of resources that were alternatives to 911, and you'll see in the guide it tells you the questions we asked. We volunteers from Say Their Names LA called all the numbers and said, is it confidential? Will you protect people's privacy? Is there any case where you'll call the police? In any case where they said they would possibly call the police, we put that as a warning. And if you are in an emergency situation and you have to call any of those numbers, be very insistent that you don't want armed response and use them with caution. But we're really encouraging people to use the guide for mental health resources earlier to try to help people. If you haven't heard from a loved one, and there's stories from a lot of the families. The story of Marco Vasquez, his brother Christopher, tells the story in one of the zines. And the real message is we need to take care of each other because one day, hopefully, there'll be really good resources, and really nonprofits shouldn't be spending millions of dollars because the police don't do their job, and we need to protect ourselves from them. So hopefully one day we won't even be needing to make resource guides to hide from the police. But for now, please use the resources in the guide. In the green guide, there's a really important resource you want to talk about it because you made it? Okay.
So in the green guide, and I think this is important for a lot of us activists who are out on the streets, and to make sure that we spread awareness to the community, especially as we're continuing to fight police brutality. We made a collection of advice that families had given us on what to do right when the police officers kills their loved ones. Documenting everything, what to document, names of the officers. Do not give the police anything without a warrant. Ask them questions, don't answer them. Have one spokesperson for the family. Do not leave the crime. So please come and get this. There's more information here, but just familiarize yourself with this too, and spread the word as much as possible. Please, please, please.
All in English and Spanish.
And it's in English and Spanish, so please just come and take some things.
After you go through it, spread it on your social media, what you learn, spread the knowledge.
Absolutely.
And if you go to the first page, one of the people that partnered with us was Metzley Projects. And so if you go to their website, all of the zines are available as a PDF, so you can share them out with other people that aren't here. And you can also get more from me from my car when we get back, but hopefully you can just send them out to everybody via PDF.
Deborah did an amazing job. There's a lot of artwork from a lot of these volunteers, and it's just amazing community. So we're gonna just do a say their name. I've collected about 40 names with some of the families that we need to start knowing and chanting in LA. So we're gonna start familiarizing that today. So we're gonna go down this list of 40 names, and I want y'all to repeat the names, start getting familiar with them. Alex Flores, say his name. Alex Flores. Say his name. Alex Flores. Andres Guardado, say his name. Andres Guardado. Say his name. Andres Guardado. Anthony Vargas, say his name. Anthony Vargas. Say his name. Anthony Vargas. Anthony McLean, say his name. Anthony McLean. Say his name. Anthony McLean. AJ Weber, say his name. AJ Weber. Say his name. AJ Weber. Brendan Glenn, say his name. Brendan Glenn. Say his name. Brendan Glenn. Carnell Snell, say his name. Carnell Snell. Say his name. Carnell Snell. Cesar Rodriguez, say his name. Cesar Rodriguez. Say his name. Cesar Rodriguez. Christian Escobedo, say his name. Christian Escobedo. Say his name. Christian Escobedo. Daniel Hernandez, say his name. Daniel Hernandez. Say his name. Daniel Hernandez. David Flores, say his name. David Flores. Say his name. David Flores. Dijon Kazee, say his name. Dijon Kazee. Say his name. Dijon Kazee. Eric Rivera, say his name. Eric Rivera. Say his name. Eric Rivera. Faraz Morad, say his name. Faraz Morad. Say his name. Faraz Morad. Rishario Mack, say his name. Rishario Mack. Say his name. Rishario Mack. Jesse Murillo, say his name. Jesse Murillo. Say his name. Jesse Murillo. Jesse Romero, say his name. Jesse Romero. Say his name. Jesse Romero. Kenneth French, say his name. Kenneth French. Say his name. Kenneth French. Kenneth Ross Jr., say his name. Kenneth Ross Jr. Say his name. Kenneth Ross Jr. Kenny Watkins, say his name. Kenny Watkins. Say his name. Kenny Watkins. Marco Vasquez Jr., say his name. Marco Vasquez Jr. Say his name. Marco Vasquez Jr. Melly Corrado, say his name. Melly Corrado. Say her name. Melly Corrado. Paul Reyes, say his name. Paul Reyes. Say his name. Paul Reyes. Quentin Thomas, say his name. Quentin Thomas. Say his name. Quentin Thomas. Richard Risher, say his name. Richard Risher. Say his name. Richard Risher. Ryan Twyman, say his name. Ryan Twyman. Say his name. Ryan Twyman. Santino Trevino, say his name. Santino Trevino. Say his name. Santino Trevino.
so lazy. An elevator.
Just marching a mile. I'm lazy.
One of those old people like fucking. She's got great legs too.
like streamers, can you get to the side so people of color, like if y'all want to be in the front?
What if you're a streamer and a person of color?
We're gonna have a
Both streamers or both?
about the experience and whatever they'd like to share. So please
Hey,
give it
how
up
are
for
you?
Seneca. It's good.
Carissa, by the way, I don't know if you recognize me in person.
I know who you are.
Okay. Good to meet you in person.
Believe it or not, you're a recognizable person now.
Oh, I don't know.
I just want to start off by saying, this is a beautiful thing to just see all of us still out here and we're still on this grind. Because we understand it. It's a grind. I really don't got much to say because, you know, I like the energy that's going right now. I don't want to disrupt it. But first of all, like I said, I think everybody here needs to give themselves a round of applause shortly for everything that we've done over the years. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. So when you hear it, when them claps that come together, that's for you. That's a personal clap for yourself. I mean, we've been through a lot of trauma, and we're continuously going through trauma after trauma. One thing that I exercise that I do every day that I've been doing since I came out here, since I started on this round of this civil rights movement, this Black Lives Matter movement, is ask myself some tough questions. Every single day, I wake up and I ask myself a tough question. And I think, like, I've been sharing that with people for some time now. Just ask yourself something tough. Something that you really don't have the answer for at that time, to give yourself something to actually do as the day goes throughout. Like I woke up today, the question I asked myself was, why am I getting up, getting ready to do this? Why? And when I got here, I'm asking myself, why am I here? Do anybody know why they're here? Anybody?
I know why I am.
Yeah, I mean, anybody ask yourself that?
I ask myself all the time.
Are you here for George Floyd?
Yes.
Do you know who George Floyd is?
Yes.
Are you sure? Now, this is a tough question. This is a question I ask myself. Do I know who George Floyd is? I asked myself this today, and I'm going to ask you. When you say, yeah, I know who George Floyd is, can anybody tell me what his favorite color was? Huh?
Nope.
Nobody? Can anybody tell me? Anybody tell me what aspirations he had as a child growing up?
He wanted to be in the NBA.
Okay, so see now you're starting to know him. A lot of things that we've been doing is the point I'm trying to get at is that we just find ourselves in motion without really knowing why we're here and why we're doing it. Because you're not asking yourself the question. You don't ask yourself where you at until you get there, and only to find out that's not where you want to go. So you need to start asking yourself, start with yourself and ask yourself tough questions like, why am I here? Why am I saying George Floyd's name? Do I even know who he is? Or do I just know him from the dead version of him? And I think a lot of us out here would say, you know what, I only know the dead version of George. I only know the dead version. And so when we out here fighting for his justice, are we fighting for the dead version of him, or are we fighting for the live version of George? The one his daughter knows, the one his mother knows, his closest friends. So what I'm getting at is continue to ask yourself tough questions, because you're out here and you're making these steps, right? For the steps for we see this, like Martin Luther King got on top and said, I looked down over, from the mountaintop. Malcolm went to the Mecca. So here we are. But what are you looking over? What is your vision seeing? So just ask yourself and continue to ask yourself tough questions. I appreciate everybody that's out here, because although I might know my why, I know each one of us have a why, but you definitely have to ask yourself that to find that out. And for one last time, I ain't gonna say one last time because we're gonna continue to do it. But before I get his mic up, I just want to hear you say his name.
George Floyd!
Say his name.
George Floyd!
One more time.
George Floyd!
Thank you.
Teal.
If you want this mic, you're gonna have to get it out of my pocket.
What's up, guys? I'm not gonna lie, recently though, I'm not gonna say very much, but just recently, protesting has been the hardest it's ever been for me because of the Black community and because of the protest community, because of what I've had to deal with, because of small mistakes, because of things that I've done in the past or people still forget that, like, I'm only 22 years old. I've never protested or knew anything about politics till I started doing this. And, like, just like what Seneca said, figure out what your why is for why you're here. The reason I started protesting is because I got my jaw broken on May 24th of last year. So it's been a year since I broke my jaw. And it was, like, the hardest year I've ever gone through in my entire life. Rapping is, like, my everything to me, and not being able to speak again was, like, my biggest fear. Not being able to talk again to my kid, or, like, not being able to read or do anything with my mouth was, like, the scariest thing I ever thought of in my life. So, like, protesting is huge to me, and, like, having the community here for me is huge, too, because, like I said, I'm only 22 years old. I'm still fucking learning. I still don't know everything that's right. Like, that's why we're here, is to make the life better for everybody else. Like, the world is still learning. We all have to unlearn everything that we were learning our entire lives. Even as black people, like, black people are taught to hate ourselves, hate other black people because they might screw you over or some shit. But, like, that's why I heard this one white lady say, like, every white person is racist, and they have to learn not to be racist. Even if you don't think you are, you still are, because you're still relearning everything that you used to be. Like, I watch movies nowadays, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a racist-ass fucking movie. Or, oh my god, that show is fucking sexist as shit. But I used to watch that every day with not even thinking about that it was racist or sexist. Now everything that I watch, I'm like, oh my god, that's racist. Or, oh, that applies to my life. Like, yeah, yeah, I literally, like, my life now, like, I see everything, and before, I feel like it was a closed lens compared to what I am now. So, like, I just want everybody to know that I'm still learning, and I'm still going to do the best I possibly can for my protest community, and I want people to know, like, I would die for this. Like, I would die for this because it means so much to me. Because it's the first time in my entire life I've ever gotten to be who I want to be. Like, ever gotten close to being able to speak about things that have happened in my life, and, like, meet people that are like, oh yeah, I'm going through the same shit. Because I grew up in Salem, Oregon. That is, like, some small-ass hope on fucking racist ass stuff. Like, that place fucking sucks. I was appointed by white Mormons.
Oh, that place fucking sucks.
Literally didn't even get my hair braided till I was, like, 16 years old. Didn't even know my race until I had my own child at 15. And then I got put into foster homes. So, like, I've been trying to be an adult since I was 15 years old. So, like, now that I am an adult, I'm like, holy shit, guys, this is really hard. Especially with all this COVID shit. I'm like, why do I have to be an adult when COVID's going on? What kind of shit is that?
Facts.
Life is already hard. No, but I just want everyone to know, like, I am still learning, so if I make mistakes, just tell me, and I will grow from them. Because I know that a lot of people talk about our group and, like, what we're doing wrong or if we're not doing things right. Like, we're all still growing, and we're all still becoming people that we want to be. I used to be someone that did not give a fuck. If you said anything to me, I'd probably bash your face in a second. But, like, I'm not going to do that now. I know. Like, I mean, I'm here to, like, grow. Protesting is something where you're growing. You're using the protest community to be something different, to change the world and make it better. So that's all I have to say. Thank you. My name's Tia, like the color.
Thank you.
Y'all keep making some noise for Teal, please.
Yeah.
We love you, Teal. Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say it like you mean it.
George Floyd.
I really like this.
Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love, George Floyd.
Yes.
The whole reason why we're here right now is because of George Floyd. It's been over a year now since he passed. And I'm not, Seneca mentioned, like, do y'all know who George Floyd is? I'm going to share a couple things about George Floyd that some people might not know about his life. George Floyd grew up in the hood. He's from the projects of Houston. He grew up in third world projects. And he had dreams of actually becoming a basketball player. He was actually tall as fuck. He was 6'7". Raise your hand if you did not know that George Floyd was 6'7". That's a lot of people. Yeah, he was tall. He was a big-ass nigga for sure. And he was a star athlete in basketball and in football. And just like so many black people that grow up in poverty, that grow up in these types of conditions, he fell victim to the hood. He got too caught up in the street life. Too caught up in drugs, dealing drugs, robbing people, and he ended up going to prison for 5 years. Once he got out of prison, he got back on the straight and narrow. He changed his fucking life. Totally. First, he was homeless for a little bit.
What the hell?
Let's move. Let's move.
We good?
No, there's a guy with a big ass gun up there. There's a big ass gun up there.
Just at least have the kids there.
Yeah, let's go this way, kids.
Just look up to the, look, if you want to know what's happening, look.
Right, we're gonna keep the march moving.
There's a guy with...
Everybody clip that shit. Clip that shit and share that shit.
Why are you all wearing masks?
Motherfucker.
Probably a QAnon.
Pick out of the year.
That's exactly what he wants.
You're a coward. Peaceful protest, asshole. Thank you. I'm gonna go back and clip that shit after this. That's some fucked up shit. Thank you. Thanks for getting that. That's all good. I got it. So as long as I get it, it don't matter. We good. Black is magic. Black is magic. Black is beautiful. This is why I'm glad I stream too, because I get shit like that all the time.
of pop culture now with black culture, right? They don't know where they've appropriated it from, right? They've gotten it from us. Half of the vernacular you might use today comes from what we've created. So I got a chant that's near and dear to my heart. We're just gonna say it. And some of y'all know this chant, some of y'all might not. We're gonna just do it. All right, this starts out. Everybody wanna be black. Till the cops come. Everybody wanna be black. Till the cops come. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. 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 Yeah.
Real mad about it.
They mad, I know. Got a lot of mad people out here today. We had more people being happy about us than mad, but the mad people are obviously showing their distaste in us. Justice! Now! Shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! If we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it, shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
to do this, right?
Let's go.
Sorry, we fucked up the first performance. We gonna rebound this shit. We gonna rebound this shit, right? Okay, y'all ready?
Go.
Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them, we're the mighty children, here to tell you.
It's so crazy. I used to live right there in that building, right there. And I had a cool ass view of Portland.
A-B-O-L-I-S-H-I-C-E, abolish ICE. Abolish ICE. Let's go. A-B-O-L-I-S-H-I-C-E.
Right? That's what it says to me.
Abolish ICE. A-B-O-L-I-S-H-I-C-E, abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE. fucking Paxton.
Okay, thank you, y'all. That was really fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a few more people that, wonderful speakers that are going to speak, and it's actually very important that you stay. The reason why I say this is because we have some youth here that would like to speak, and it is very hard to speak, but the fact that they're coming up here and wanting to share their stories is very, very important, yeah? So what we're going to do is we're going to walk over here and we're going to support the other people who would like to share their stories. Yeah? Awesome. Let's go over here. Thank you.
Alrighty, guys, get moving.
So thanks, okay, yeah.
Y'all, that was really fun. Thank you.
Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah, literally, the rest of the speeches are going on up there.
So we have a few more people that...
My bad. I'm literally like multitasking.
...that are going to speak, and it's actually very important that you stay. The reason why I say this is because we have some youth here that would like to speak, and it is very hard to speak, but the fact that they're coming up here and wanting to share their stories is very, very important, yeah?
I'm trying my best, man.
What we're going to do is we're going to walk over here and we're going to support the other people who would like to share their stories. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go over here. Thank you.
We're getting so under that.
I'm so dead. Alright.
A last minute bolt. If I run.
You're gonna do like speeches up here now that the march is over.
I'm a police when it's honest and snap my foot.
Yeah, the police be policing. I don't know what else to say. They're definitely not my favorite group of people.
I don't know if it's him. Should I just say?
Rev Hall. We're at Rev Hall.
Is it you? I don't have to do homework
Yeah, exactly. ACAB, 100%, 13th love all day. Yeah, I'm just like holding this. I don't know what to like.
You're doing great.
I know.
You're doing fantastic.
Obviously. Oh, okay, maybe.
Good idea.
Okay, this is Logan. What's up, guys?
Some people on there probably remember me, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I want to go back over there and get my beer real quick. Yo, do you mind holding this for like 2 seconds?
Got you, dog.
Black Lives Matter!
What's up, folks?
How are you? Princess Pizza is my com.
Princess Pizza is the best pizza. I'm just, good energy.
Yeah.
Honestly, just happy about the energy. I don't even give a shit about the fucking crowd. But energy. It's so nice today. So yeah, okay, there she is. Should I yell?
No, don't do it.
No, like, you stand here, I'll... I don't want her streams to hear me going...
Hey, what's up, Michael? Long time, man. How are you?
It is definitely a scare tactic. It's just... Why you wanna, you know, snatch a disabled person. Like, that's just...
sorry. If you want ribs, guys.
So yeah, definitely himself. He must have been by himself because if people would have saw it, they would have stopped that shit. It's crazy. Oh my God, right here. Since I don't, yeah, we're not marching anymore, I'm gonna go ahead and take the charger off. So that way I can set you guys down and whatnot. Because I actually want to talk to some people.
To respect the speakers, if y'all over there that are just chilling, can y'all come over here, please? Like, let's respect our black speakers. Thank you. I ain't trying to be shady because I know some of my crew is over there, so y'all better get your black asses over here. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be like that, but come on now.
I said, I get the bigger piece. You got me fucked up. All the way the fucked up.
Yeah, we're still getting set up here, guys. You guys doing somewhere, where you guys can see everything. And I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth headset off so I can go and talk to people. Okay. Sit you guys right here. Turn my Bluetooth off.
Everybody, thanks for checking in. Here at Red Hall.
Yeah. I mean, he's we went with your stream.
Getting ready to have some speeches and show some films.
How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How you been?
Pretty good.
Good job on the movie. I don't think I've seen you since before then.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
People are still mingling and like getting some food and stuff, but I'm just gonna start just so this so these speeches don't go too late into the night.
Thank you.
So before I was so rudely interrupted by the white supremacists with the long gun.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boo. That's so corny. Like, this is so corny. You're sitting on your balcony with a long gun, bro. Like, we're. What is wrong with people?
Oh, it's
So, I forgot where I exactly was at telling y'all about George's life, but yeah, he was so George Floyd really wanted to go to the NBA. He got caught up in the street life, and he got arrested, went to prison for 5 years. He got out, got on the straight and narrow. And then at some point he decided he was going to move to Minneapolis because he was getting in too much trouble in Houston. He couldn't stay out of trouble, so he's like, I gotta go. So he went to Minneapolis. He ended up getting involved in the church. He started helping out his community, doing community outreach. He was going around his neighborhood with another church folk, electing people to get grocery deliveries to their house, and also inviting them to Bible studies. So like, this man was like really on the right path in life. Then he got a security job at a homeless shelter, and allegedly he often would escort a lot of the women to their cars just to make sure they were safe. So that is who George Floyd was. And then the pandemic ended up hitting, and next thing you know, allegedly he tries to buy some cigarettes with a fake $20 bill. An hour later, George Floyd took his last breath. So I just want y'all to like sit for a second and just think about all of the light, all of the love, all of the joy that George Floyd brought into this world, brought into other people's lives. He had 5 children. He had a community that loved him. He had a family that loved him. Just think about that for a second and how that was stolen. He was trying to do right. He was a beautiful black man on this earth trying to survive in a white supremacist world. And it wasn't enough for him. And it's not enough for so many people. But he made an impact in this world. He did make a fucking impact in this world. George Floyd's spirit cracked this world wide open. George Floyd's spirit cracked this world wide open. And without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have some of the friends that I have right now. I wouldn't have some of the community that I have right now. I wouldn't be involved in some of the mutual aid efforts that I'm in right now. I didn't even know what mutual aid was until after George Floyd. Who can relate to that? Didn't even know what that was. I didn't even believe in ACAB before George Floyd. Anybody can relate to that? I wasn't pushing for abolition. But George Floyd's spirit not only cracked this world, like, his spirit demanded something. And it demanded that we finally take a fucking stand against white supremacy and racism and capitalism and crush this shit forever. Right. Because the lynching that George Floyd underwent is a lynching of the highest degree. We all saw that video. We all saw how brutal and heartless and callous that was. I'm so fucking glad that we flooded the streets. Can you imagine if nobody cared? If people were indifferent? If people were callous? I thank God that we flooded the fucking streets. And also what I've realized is his legacy has really popped the top on the fallacy of reform. We are not reforming this shit. We are not reforming this shit. It looks like the system cannot reform itself. We've tried to reform the police for hundreds of years. We've also tried black faces in high places. We tried Obama. What did he do? He dropped a bomb every 8 minutes for 8 years straight. Let me repeat that. He dropped a bomb every 8 minutes for 8 years straight. You can look this up. So the black faces in high places shit doesn't work. Because what ends up happening is these black politicians, these black professional class, middle class people, they end up getting corrupted by the system just like cops get corrupted by the police force. Right? They just get corrupted by it. What ends up happening is they get too accommodated to the militarized police state, too accommodated to the capitalist economy, too accommodated to the market-driven culture that's tied with celebrity status, fame, power, all this superficial shit. And then what we got is a neo-fascist gangster in the White House, in Donald Trump, who really didn't give a fuck. He exacerbated fascism. He exacerbated white supremacy. And then we elected Biden, spineless cuck. Like, he's a neoliberal warmonger who wrote the crime bill, who's responsible for the incarceration of thousands of black people. These people are not helping the system. Reform is out. Understand something. I've said this before. If you are pushing for reform, you're pushing for the status quo. What is the status quo? The status quo is killing black people. The status quo is sweeping houseless people. The status quo is police harassing our communities and terrorizing us. So if you're pushing for reform, you're on the wrong page. You need to do some fucking research. If you are pushing for abolition, you are pushing for liberation. The difference is crucial. Reform is not going to save us. It's never had that promise. It will never have that promise. We have to abolish the police. Period. there are going to be steps towards that. George Floyd's legacy opened that wide open, y'all. For me, it absolutely did. Who believes in abolition here? Raise your hand. I see you. We have to abolish the police. Some things and there's steps that we have to take. Defunding the police, we all know that. Defund the police. Say it with me. Defund the police. Defund the police. Take that fucking money out of their pockets, put it into healthcare, put it into things that are actually going to keep our community safe. Put it into housing. Get these homeless people off the streets. We spend way too much money on the police when we could solve homelessness. We could literally solve it. And most of the time, these police are just spending their time arresting and harassing homeless people. It's so fucking backwards. It's unbelievably backwards. So, the next thing I really want to talk about, I'm going to touch on this real quick. We need to get rid of qualified immunity. Raise your hand. And
back.
Raise your hand if you don't know what qualified immunity is.
I'm back.
Yes. Yes. Niggas is
Portland?
on top of it. Thank God. We have to get rid of that shit. They're just dodging accountability with it. In the last 8 years,
I guess we'll just start a new stream. It's been long enough, hasn't it?
98% of police killings.
Yeah, it's been long enough. Let's start a new stream.
We're not going to get to those videos tonight. Derek Chauvin was an anomaly.
I'm gonna finish these super chats and ramble like a drunk asshole, like a lazy dick.
My bad. I was listening to Nightwave Radio as I was napping. All right, good to see. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset the stream. We're gonna come back with a whole Portland tinge and call it good.